Murder, She Watched contains adult themes and adult language. Listener discretion is advised. Murder, She Watched is for entertainment purposes only. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Murder, She Watched, the podcast where we solve murders from our couches. My name's Amy Archer. I'm your host. I'm here today with my reptile consultant, Becca. Reptile detective?
How about just animal expert?
Animal expert. Yes.
Yes.
Oh my God. Can I just rant about this episode for 1 second?
Oh, please do, because I have a lot to say.
All over the place.
Did Eric is just making this for himself, right? He just
is
wanted
he
to talk
doing
to
coke with the reptile people and just like, yeah, throw that in. Yeah, let's throw this in. Allegedly, we know you're not, Eric, but like it's wild to me. We get some 80s wrestling, which I was happy to see because I was real into the WWF as it was called when I was a kid in the 1900s.
Oh yes, the federalization, or what was it?
No, World Wrestling Federation. Yeah,
Federation. Yes.
And so I was happy for that, but like it has absolutely nothing to do with the rest of the story.
He just wanted to bring back that weird Cobra guy. That's all he wanted.
Yeah. So here's my thing. I have this figured out.
Okay.
So the whole overarching story should have been about Operation Chameleon, right?
Yes.
And like episodes 1 and 2, maybe just even episode 1, because we only got 5 to work with here. Episode 1 could just be about like the weird people in the reptile business.
Yes.
And show us all of them at one time. Like, I don't think people realize, why this lifestyle draws these types of people. And you can have like a psychologist even on there talking about it.
Yes.
And just showing us the different, now I'm on a tear, I'm sorry, showing us the different, sides of these people's personality.
Yes.
Introducing us to the main characters. And then like episode 2 starts to set up what is inevitably going to be the quote dragnet that catches these people. And then take us through it chronologically.
Yes. Thank goodness for the Fish and Wildlife undercover videos, because at least you get some idea of what year this is happening in.
I know. This is so crazy to me.
It feels like, and what's so hard also is like pictures of that time now look so old in my eyes. Like some of these pictures that we're seeing in video looks like it's the 70s, then it's the 90s. And
that's a great point, because the 90s photos now look like 70s photos.
Yes.
And another thing is when they're at this expo, the expo's in like 97, but like we had stuff happening in 96 after the expo. Yeah. And then at the expo, they show a picture. I don't know if this was taken at the expo, but like Tommy's in it and Ray Van Nostrand or whatever is in it. Ray Van Nostril, as they called him.
They're all in it. Mikey's are in the end. Yeah.
Why are we siloing their stories? Why are we spending an episode on the Van Nostrans or whatever their name is? And now we're on top. Like, interweave these stories according to time.
Because they're all involved in each other's lives.
They're all interconnected.
Yeah. And I'm just...
You need a story editor, Eric Good.
Yeah. I don't understand what I'm watching besides just watching kind of some weird guys with reptiles. Like,
yeah.
What's the point?
And if he wanted to tell the stories individually, then why are we back to Tommy? You should have wrapped Tommy up in 2 episodes. You can't tell these apart because they're all laced together.
Yes.
Oh, it drives me crazy. I'm sorry. This just drives my writer brain crazy.
Or give me 2 hour, not that I want this, but 2 hour-and-a-half long episodes where the stories can weave better in the time.
Yeah, it's just
it makes no sense. And it doesn't feel like they all go together. Like you could watch each episode as a standalone show.
Yeah, it's so weird. And like, so for example, in the beginning, like, let's just take this episode. At the beginning of this episode, I would have had Schultz, what's his name? The zookeeper dude.
who, like, geez, really put a tarnish on the San Diego Zoo.
I know. We love the San Diego Zoo. Well, we don't love it, but you know what I mean.
To me, it's
Tom, we
golden
respect
feather.
it. We respect it. Yeah. Tom Schultz. So they should have had him like being arrested in the beginning. And then you're like, oh my God, how did we get here?
And
you start
rewind.
20 years earlier, right? But like instead, we just get this opening with Al Killian, and it doesn't relate to anything else.
No.
Anyway, okay.
And there's too many people. I can't remember anyone's names, and I'm watching this to talk about it. Like,
yeah. And don't forget, we had this problem with Tiger King too. How many times did we say when we were covering Tiger King, we have no idea when in time this is?
Yes.
When you are not anchoring your reader or your watcher in time, that is a problem because we feel lifeless, floating. We need to figure out the time. Okay.
I mean, maybe Eric, maybe time doesn't exist to him.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just hanging out in Florida with snakes.
Yeah.
He doesn't care. He doesn't give a fuck.
Can I talk about something I do care about and I do give a fuck about?
Yes.
I want to thank everyone who has sent me orca galore. I've moved on a bit from the orcas because I feel like we have enough eyes on them. There's enough organizations.
Okay.
I've moved on to beluga whales.
Oh, okay.
Beluga whales.
You're not a basic white bitch like me, just loving the humpback whales?
No, I do love a good humpback whale because, they're in my backyard. But we need more eyes on beluga whales. They have become the new orca. They're
real cute too. I'm going to pull up.
They're real cute and they look real friendly.
Oh yeah.
But that
they're
marine
cute.
land that I spoke about in Blackfish.
Yeah.
They were threatening. They had I might get wrong on the numbers. I think it was 23 beluga whales. And they were going to euthanize them instead of finding homes for them. And finally SeaWorld stepped up and said, you know what? Fine, we'll take some of them. And then Shed Aquarium, which I know people have been telling me is eyes on them. They took some.
Okay.
So now people are worried that SeaWorld now has these beluga whales. And where are they going to go? Who's going to get them in the long run? And there's this whole, maybe some people would call conspiracy. I call education.
Like birds are robots?
Yes.
Birds aren't real.
A whole underground community believing that SeaWorld is going to then sell these beluga whales
I don't like that.
to Marine Land so that Marine Land can sell them on the black market.
I don't like that.
Yeah. And I don't know if any of that is true. It's just what I'm reading on a Reddit page and on the third page on TikTok comments.
So guys, let us know. Let us know.
Yeah. But just so everyone knows, I have my eyes on beluga whales now.
Beluga whales are super cute.
They are. They look so friendly too.
They're very cute.
They want to be our friends.
But see, then we can fall into this is how it happened with the orcas, right? You fall into the oh, Shamu's so cute and cuddly.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, people are riding around on their face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, let's do this. This is Monsters of God, Season 1, Episode 4, Operation Chameleon.
Did it work? I don't know. Is it still going on? Who knows?
Who knows when it happened? The 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s? We don't know.
Yeah.
We open in Homestead, Florida, and we meet Al Killian, the dude we saw in the very first episode with the king cobra snake. He lives in a room with no windows and just a bunch of venomous snakes. I mean, would you rather that, Becca? Or live in a room with 10 teenagers and no windows or doors?
Oh.
Teenagers 17, 18, 19.
Oof. I might take the snakes because
I'll take my chances with the snakes.
They're in the containers, right? The teenagers are just amongst me.
Okay. So Al tells us he's a recluse and doesn't really socialize. No shit, dude. No shit. Nobody's coming to your house to hang out. You live in a hut.
I actually feel really safe with him living there with no windows and the snakes. I actually feel like he's not going to hurt me.
Yeah. Yeah. We need to keep him in that room.
Yeah.
There's a couple people I can think of that should belong in rooms with no doors or windows with venomous snakes.
Yeah. He seems real happy in there. Who knows what he's doing?
He's married to these snakes, and he's most, quote, intimate, end quote, with his king cobra. Does he do stuff with the king cobra? Is the king cobra consenting?
I think those snakes are watching a lot of naked dancing.
Do you think the snakes are watching a lot of beaten off? Because we get to that later. Somebody says, these are the snakes you dream about when you jerk off.
No, never been there.
I'll have to ask some people I know, but in my little circle, I don't think people are beaten off to snakes.
No, I'm thinking like Cindy Crawford.
That's references
real.
only.
That's real. Whoa.
You're like me with my Christy Brinkley reference I always pull out. Uptown Girl.
Like, who's a model now? I don't know any models.
I don't either. I just assume that, like, I don't know, is Timothy Chalamet dating them? I don't know.
Oh, he is dating Jenner. He's dating the littlest Jenner.
Oh, you are correct.
I can't think of their names. I'm so Kylie.
Okay. So anyway, back to this. And I will say that while masturbating, I've never thought of an animal. I'm just going to say that right now.
Thank God.
Like, who thinks about animals while masturbating? Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, maybe people who are into, the animal Robin Hood, the fox.
Oh.
Yeah,
the sexy fox.
He is pretty, like, swaggered up. And, yeah.
Okay, so in the 80s, this dude supplied cobras to Jake the Snake Roberts. Remember Jake the Snake? So there's a particular match that they're watching. They have an 8-foot king cobra with Randy Macho Man Savage, otherwise known as the male stripper on McBee season 2. And you see the snake biting him.
Yeah, it was horrible. It looked fake. And
you see kids crying in the audience and people are screaming.
Like, what was it like? It must have been horrible to be there. He must have been screaming.
Who was your favorite wrestler? Did you used to watch it?
So no, I did not. I wasn't a huge wrestler fan,
Okay.
But my cousin, he was into wrestling and he used to have like the dolls and we used to play with them.
Mm-hmm.
And I would confuse at the time with my child eyes. I thought Macho Man Randy Savage was a girl, so I'd always pick him.
Oh, okay. Got you.
Because he had like the pink and the green flare.
Yeah. Mine was Ultimate Warrior. He was weird. He was reclusive. He never spoke. I liked him. I was into him. Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
So Tommy Crutchfield and Eric are hanging out looking for gators on a fan boat. We get nothing else about this. Okay.
Yeah.
Tommy says getting involved with Hank Molt was the worst thing he ever did. And that's how he ended up in prison for 5 months, remember, for the Fiji iguana thing.
Yes.
His ex-wife, Penny, says, Tommy was very bitter when he got out of prison. Not in a good place.
No. I mean, no offense. He only spent 5 months in prison. It's not like he was there for 5 years.
Yeah, you are no Joe Exotic.
Like, relax.
Jesus.
Tommy shows...
It's true. Tommy shows us an article in a magazine. So this was a National Geographic magazine that I don't know whose poor choice this was, but we know that Nat Geo is basically Playboy for these people, right?
It's crazy. Like, it is crazy that they're reading Nat Geo and like just writing to tribes in Indonesia.
And they're just masturbating. They're just jerking it to Nat Geo. Like, you go into a teenage boy's room and you find Playboys, you expect the pages to be sticky. Not in a Nat Geo. She's dying laughing.
You think you're helping your son by getting him a subscription for Christmas? Well, he just spends all his time in his room now that he's got that Nat Geo.
He's real into Nat Geo. I think he's going to be a biologist when he grows up. Nope.
Just a perv.
So Tommy's reading this and he's just like shopping for his next smuggled product. He's like, oh.
And that's crazy too. They're using it like a catalog for the black market.
I know. And we meet in the magazine is Mr. Dang, and he is holding an albino Burmese python. When I heard Burmese python, I'm like, that sounds familiar to me.
Yeah.
Were they a thing in the 80s? Did they have a moment?
I feel like that's the only snake I really know. Just like I only really know great white sharks. So every shark to me is a great white shark. Like
It's
they all
like
look the same.
it's like the only pitcher in baseball I know is Sandy Koufax. So it's like every question about a pitcher in baseball is Sandy Koufax.
Yes. This to me is like, oh, a Burmese python. Oh yeah, that looks like one.
It's like a little gardener snake.
Yeah.
So Alfred Ojeda had a shop on 3rd Avenue, New York City. He's importing, exporting reptiles. He hired a buddy to break into Mr. Dang's operation, steal these 3 snakes. He sells them to Tommy for $21,000. Tommy takes a second mortgage on his house to be able to afford this. And Penny's kind of like, I wasn't happy about this.
No, but she never puts her foot down. She's just like, yeah, I wasn't that happy about this. Yeah.
Bob Clark, we meet him. His title, his Chiron, reads designer snake breeder. I'm like, nope.
This is a weird world too. Like you're just making who's buying all these animals?
I don't know, but this guy basically strikes up a deal with Tommy where they're going to breed these snakes. And he has some kind of degree and he knows a little bit about genetics. He ends up making, like, they can just make these snakes.
Yeah.
And they end up with 70 in the second batch. So he goes from 7 in the first batch to 70. They're making money hand over fist.
Yeah. I've never seen, I have never gone to anyone's house or heard anyone say they have a Burmese python. They have an iguana. Like, who's buying all these lizards?
When I was a kid, I lived in a neighborhood with a couple other kids, and there was this one boy, Jamie. I loved him. He's a September Libra, 26th. And he went through a real weird phase where he got pretty goth on us and started to collect reptiles in his room.
Did he also have a Nat Geo subscription?
Oh, maybe I should have clocked that. But you know who he was obsessed with? Do you remember Elvira, Mistress of the Dark? That's who he was jerking onto, I'm sure.
Oh, that was a stage. I feel like there was
she had a moment. She had a moment.
I feel like it was for me like 7th, 8th grade. Like every boy was into her.
Yep. So he was real into her. So you had posters of that. You had snakes and lizards and things like that in these tanks in his room. I don't know. So I don't know whatever happened with any of it. Like, I don't remember there ever being an incident where snakes were released into the neighborhood or anything, but.
And none of them were venomous, were they?
I don't think so. Just a quick Scranton story on Jamie, because we know how things can go around here. He was at his friend's house and they were all sitting on the couch and it was like I don't know, like a basement situation, and they had music on and everybody was moshing. Remember mosh pits? They were moshing. And somebody went over the back of the couch and hit his head and he broke his neck.
Oh,
he was okay, but he was in the hospital and had the whole neck break for a long time. Oh, and that was a cautionary tale for me. Yeah, of course, I ran with that anxiety.
Oh, I would never mosh again. No. My son is in a death metal band, and so he goes to a lot of.
Do you remember when I thought it was called death metal?
Yes, it does make
like DEF, like Def Leppard.
So he goes to a lot of shows. He plays a lot of shows, and they do that very aggressive dancing there. Like it's like
I know exactly what you're talking about,
and it scares me sometimes. And I ask him, "Hey, son, please don't join that mosh pit," and he laughs right in my face when I ask him. But no, it's very dangerous. People are punching, like they want to, like it's a fight.
Yeah, I don't like it. It.
Too dangerous for me.
We're staying away from that. So even Britney Spears had one of these snakes, these albino Burmese pythons, in her video, and it was one that she bought from Siegfried and Roy, which I'm so obsessed with Siegfried and Roy. I'm so obsessed with what happened there.
Oh, is there
we need a documentary?
Yes.
We need one. Maybe there is. We'll have to look it up.
Yeah.
And so she bought that from Siegfried and Roy. She borrowed it from Siegfried
Yeah.
and Roy, but that was one of these snakes because Bob Clark had sold it to them.
And I thought
Is his
in
name
the
Bob Clark?
Doc
Yeah.
Antle documentary, Doc Antle was trying to claim that that was his snake.
I don't know. No,
Yeah.
wasn't he claiming that Siegfried and Roy's tiger was his?
Oh, maybe that's the
think so.
Siegfried and
I
Roy.
think so.
Yeah.
Bob starts designing snakes with different markings, different colors. You just order it up. He'll get it for you.
Yeah.
Want something pink with white triangles? He's got it.
That's crazy. Huh.
Tommy gets real into breeding albino snakes here, and he soon starts to turn his entire business into albino breeding. He's doing albino versions of every animal,
Yeah.
lizards, alligators. Like, what?
Yeah. Do we need this?
Tommy says he's like an alcoholic owning a liquor store. He brings in Adam Smith to be the manager because Tommy knows nothing about business. And he says, Adam Smith says so much of the profit would disappear, and it was just Tommy getting high on his own supply, basically.
How many millions of dollars do you think Tommy has wasted away? Wasted. Tommy
says, I was so into rare stuff, I didn't even care about the money. This has got to be a pathology, right? Like, is that the right word?
It's an addiction. It's definitely, something, yeah.
I'm an English major, guys. I have no clue. But this has got, like, there's some kind of terminology around this for people who get so obsessed with collecting.
Yes.
It's almost like hoarding, but he's willing to sell it. So really it's not. But it's this idea that, like, I have to have these things at my own detriment.
Yes.
I'm willing to risk my marriage. I'm willing to risk my financial security just to be able to have these things.
And he wants to be the guy that sells it to you.
Yeah.
And it's not even about the money. It is about, like, the high of the exchange. It's very interesting.
Let us know if there's any, like, therapists or mental health people out there listening, if this is some kind of illness or what's going on here. What's going on? So he finds 2 Germans who were smuggling stuff out of Madagascar. And I wrote, we have no idea when in time this is.
Yeah. And I also didn't realize there were so many people smuggling reptiles.
I know. It's like constant.
Yeah.
You know, I have several notes throughout here, like, where are these people? Because I don't want to go to this hotel where they're putting the snakes on the beds and stuff. No, thank you.
No.
So they're grabbing Madagascar tree boa, pregnant females in the wild, and bringing them through Germany into Orlando. They recruit college students from Canada. They're like, hey, we're going to give you a free European trip. You just come to Frankfurt and you go back with a suitcase full of snakes to Canada.
That's what it
and
does.
then there were men who would drive the snakes from Toronto to Orlando. You know, we're going to be going to Orlando. We're going to be going to CrimeCon next year. I feel like we need to watch out for this kind of stuff.
I'm not going to be trusting anybody.
No.
Well, it is, Florida. Lock your doors.
I'm
There might
gonna
be
be-
an alligator out there.
I'm going to be wondering if the hotel room I'm in has been, I don't know, snakeified. If there were snakes doing stuff in there and men jacking off to the snakes. I don't know.
When we check in, we should be like, has there ever been
Can I-
fish
can I
and
get a blue
wildlife
light?
sex? You don't want a blue light in a hotel.
We meet George Morrison from Fish and Wild. He starts trying to break this up. They start with Anson Wong, but then we drop it and never hear about him till the end.
Yep.
They needed somebody to go in undercover. So they bring in this dude, Ken McLeod, who supposedly is like the best undercover dude ever. Now, is he the same guy who was in the gorilla suit smoking a cigarette? We don't know.
No, that guy had dark hair.
Oh, that's right. This guy is kind of gingery, right?
Yeah.
And he started his career as an inspector, got into undercover work. His fake name is Mark Phillips.
Yeah.
Oh,
sounds like a pretty good generic white American.
Feels like George Vandelay.
But you know what? He looks like a Mark Phillips. Yeah. I don't believe it.
He's a businessman running a sportswear empire, and he just loves reptiles. And at one point, like I said, we see this grainy surveillance footage of him showing snakes to people in a hotel room. And one dude says, these are the snakes you think about while you're jerking off.
Gross. Never. No, thanks. Pass.
he starts to work on befriending these 2 German guys, and we see him bringing people into random hotels. So there's this breeder expo in
Yes.
1997, of course, in Orlando.
Of course.
And the Germans set a meeting with this Mark Phillips, and all the dealers are at this expo. It's fish in a barrel. They're all right there. And we see Ray Von Nostril, like they called him, Tommy Crutchfield. And one of the Germans comes, Wolfgang Chloe. The other one does not. And Mark sets up this hotel room.
Yep.
And I wrote, I need to know what hotel it is because I need to make sure it's not the one we're staying in.
Yeah.
And they arrest Wolfgang, and he makes an escape on the highway. Right on, I don't know, what is it? I-90 down there? Right on the highway at the toll booth.
Except I was nervous because I thought they were going to say that he took his arms around the seat and choked the guy driving.
I was afraid that he grabbed a bag of snakes and let them out in these neighborhoods.
You never know if he has a snake in his pocket.
Do you ever watch the videos of like people, usually in Florida, who like just open their bathroom and there's like a huge snake in it one day? Like they're being overrun down there.
No, that's why I said lock your doors. There's an alligator out there. Like,
that's scary.
You got it. Alligators, right? Yeah. No, we have alligators. Yeah.
Where are crocodiles?
Australia? I know for sure that.
Oh, no.
That's all I know.
Oh, no. Our animal facts are going to be wrong. Are crocodiles in Florida? I'm looking it up, guys, so we're not idiots. Yes.
No, we do have.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Florida has both alligators and American crocodiles.
I didn't even know I had to be worried about both.
In fact, South Florida is the only place where both animals live side by side in the wild.
Wow.
Oh, it's interesting.
I'm not going to lie. I do kind of, when I go to Florida with Steve, want to go. Only I have to make sure I find a good, humane one. I do want to go to an alligator show and learn about alligators.
You should just go rent a boat and go through the Everglades and see them in the wild.
I would go on a tour, not alone.
No, I meant with a tour. Like,
okay.
You and Steve just piloting your little boat. I don't know what those are called with the big fans in the back.
Yeah.
Everything I know about those boats, I learned from Miami Vice or Archer because they spend a lot of time in that cartoon in the Everglades for some reason. So Eleanor, they arrest him. They gather him up.
Yes.
And Eleanor Colburn is the prosecutor. We meet her for 2 seconds and she adds nothing.
No.
He basically, what you need to know is Wolfgang starts singing like a canary.
Yeah.
And he tells them he was selling animals to Tommy Crutchfield. Tommy says, listen, I was just eating at Catfish Johnny's, as you do. And they arrested me. Or they came in and took him, and they didn't have an arrest warrant. They had a search warrant for his house.
Yeah.
Becca, are you familiar with Hot Dog Johnny's?
No.
Okay. Hot Dog Johnny's is in Buttsville, New Jersey.
Oh, that's an unfortunate name.
It's right off of Interstate 80 and it's actually off of 46. But if you're taking 80 to New York or New Jersey, you can get onto 46 and see it. But that is a huge thing. So you know that I'm from Pennsylvania and everybody used to go down the shore for vacation, which was the Jersey Shore. On your way home from the Jersey Shore, you stopped at Hot Dog Johnny's. This was a tradition. It's right on the Delaware River. They have like birch beer and like their little hot dogs, and it's like not enclosed, it's outdoor. And like they had swing sets for kids when I was growing up. Like it was a huge thing. Yeah.
If I'm going to keep it on my list of places to keep my eye out for. And if I see one, if I see it or one, I don't know if they're a franchise.
Nope, just it.
Stop. Just it. Okay. If I see it, I will stop and at least get a hot dog. I do love a hot dog.
Yeah, Hot Dog Johnny's is great. It's a Northeast tradition.
Do you guys have Ben Franks out there? Ben Franklin's?
I don't. Okay. That sounds like it might happen in the Philly area though, because they're real obsessed with Ben Franklin.
I don't know why it's called Ben Franklin's. I mean, that's what they're called, and it's Ben Franklin is their little mascot. Yeah. And they sell hot dogs. Just a hot dog place.
I love a hot dog.
I do too. I don't know why people get so like, oh, hot dogs are gross. Do you know what's made in them?
Yeah. I mean, they are, but I don't need to know that. I don't want to know that. All right. So they go search Tommy's residence and they find every like illegal reptile that you can think of is there.
They were like, we were there for hours.
And then I don't know what happens, why they don't arrest him right there.
Yeah.
But they give him plenty of time to scoot off to Belize. And they go back out to his residence and they're like, there were just a bunch of random kids there playing with some lizards. Like he was gone. He and his wife pieced out to Belize.
And she was not happy about it. Poor thing.
They had to pull their kid out of high school
to move to Belize. And
I mean,
were
I'd
you
be okay with
shocked that you could drive to Belize?
I was. I'm not gonna lie.
I was like, I had to open up a map just so I could look.
I mean, we all know geography is not my strong suit.
No.
I did know it was south of us.
Yes.
Yes. And I do know that a lot of expats go to Belize. Like that's where a lot of people retire to. It's
There must be good like tax things.
I think so. I think so. But the reptile community is seeking it out because it has weak extradition laws. So that's very different.
Yeah.
All right. Tommy says, I knew I was on probation and I understood, Becca, that liberty and justice is not for all.
No, not for white men in America.
Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. So he goes to Belize in 1996. Wait a minute, the expo was in 97.
Yeah.
Why are we going back in time? Like, I'm so confused.
But he goes to the expo.
I'm so confused.
He's not worried about coming and going.
No.
Yeah.
The authorities in Belize now conduct their own investigation because Fish and Wildlife called them up and they're like, hey, Belize, you got to get over there. This guy's doing a bunch of shady shit. And they arrest him. And he's like, the police in Belize don't have guns, but they sent the armed military after me, basically.
I don't know if I believe him.
He's in a really bad jail, which I'm like, okay, well, now you know how all your little reptiles feel in cages.
Exactly.
I love it when these guys get caught and they're like, oh, I'm in a jail cell. I don't have my freedom. It's like, dude, what do you think you're doing to these animals?
He's like, I don't have my Nat Geo.
Oh, can you smuggle me in a Nat Geo? The U.S. brought him back and he's kind of like, oh my goodness, I'm kind of happy to be back in the U.S. because that prison wasn't great.
Except they were saying he had to bring his own food. You know, maybe you should take that time to like buff up.
So wait a minute,
get on a
Tommy.
protein diet.
So wait a minute, Tommy. You're in a Belize prison. You're in a cage. No one is. You can't eat until someone of their own volition decides to bring you some food of their own generosity. Here, sounds familiar.
Yeah, and it might not be the food you normally eat, but it's the food they decided you're going to eat while you live in this cage.
And then giant people are jacking off to you. And you're just like, okay.
Yeah. People are whipping you with sticks.
Tommy pled guilty to 7 felony charges and is sentenced to 30 months. And Wolfgang Chloe gets 46 months. How did well, maybe he was doing more of the actual smuggling.
Yeah.
So I'm like, how did he get more? Penny divorced him and she says, Becca,
finally,
I still love that man. What? That guy?
I mean, each their own.
But reptiles are his true love. And I'm done. And she basically says reptile people are trash. That's basically what she says.
I love, though, when she also got in trouble. Poor thing. And she goes,
I know. And she did nothing wrong.
Well, that they could prove.
Yes, you're right. We did get a whole thing with her. And she gets house arrest for 6 months.
Yeah. And yeah, it was just, she cracked me up because she does seem like a little, just real sweet, naive woman, like living her lizard life with this man. You know? I love when the daughter goes, and they took all our animals. We're animal lovers.
I know. Now they question Adam Smith. Remember, he was the manager. And after hours of questioning, do we have eyes on this interrogation? Because it went for like 15 hours.
Yeah.
He mentions and gives up Tom Schultz, the curator of reptiles at the San Diego Zoo.
Man, oh man.
We don't know what year this is. We don't know when Tom Schultz was at the San Diego Zoo. No clue.
No. I've been to that reptile house in the San Diego Zoo. It is a very beautiful reptile house. And now I know why. It was built on Tommy's back.
We went to the maybe we didn't go there. No, we didn't go to the zoo. We went to the wildlife park, the safari.
Oh, the safari one? I have heard that's
Yeah.
real cool. Yeah.
Yeah. It was really cool. But again, this was all pre me learning about this criminal animal world.
Yeah.
I don't know if I
No,
could ever go to a place like that again now.
I did go to the San Diego Zoo, like, pretty recently because they had the pandas again, and I really wanted to see a panda.
Yeah. So for years, the Fish and Wildlife Service thought the big zoos were untouchable, but here we are. And I wrote,
Mhm.
where did they think the zoos were getting it?
But you know what? That was something I thought about, as an adult. I'm like, "Wow, where have I thought that zoos got animals from?"
Yeah, it never occurred to me until I watched this, but like I'm not in this world, but fish and wildlife people are.
Yeah.
They should have been thinking, like, where are the zoos getting this stuff?
Yeah, the only rainbow color Burmese python in the world. Where are
Mm-hmm.
you getting this from? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Tom Schultz, it turns out, was scamming everyone. Scamming. He
Mhm.
was selling the animals out of the zoo and pocketing the money. He pleads guilty, and this shakes up a lot of curators because they learn, oh, zoos are not untouchable.
Mhm. But it changed zoos for, until the next
Did
controversy.
did you know that more people go to zoos every year than all of the major sporting events combined? I was stunned by
I'd
that.
like to know when that statistic, what year was this 1970 statistic? I
And
don't
what
know.
zoos are we counting in this? Are we counting like a GW zoo amongst
Mm,
this statistic?
yeah.
Because, you have a lot of busloads of elementary school kids being taken to these roadside zoos that have they have no agency over this decision. They're
Yeah.
just going.
They're just going.
I don't feel like they should get those stats.
No.
So some of the rarest animals at the San Diego Zoo went through Anson Wong's hands, we learn.
Wow.
So now I guess episode 5 is going to focus on Anson Wong.
I
And
guess
we
so.
see Eric Good calling him at the end. Come on.
Come on.
And that's it. That's the end of the show.
I feel our episode, just like episode 4, is off the rails.
I mean, yeah. This is what happens when a show doesn't really engage us because we're so confused and lost. We have to make up our own content.
We become a confused and lost podcast.
Guys, let us know what you're thinking of this show. And, it begs the question, did Eric Good just kind of luck out with Tiger King and Chimp Crazy? Like you said, Becca, he found Joe Exotic and Tanya. And I mean, if you're not focused directly on the Joe Exotic narrative, Tiger King falls apart pretty quickly. Because there's a lot of, we don't know the timelines. You and I said that several times.
Yeah.
So I'm beginning to think that sorry, Eric, if you're listening to this, which I know you're not, but I'm beginning to think he's not a great storyteller.
Yeah. What else besides these things has he made?
Oh, let's look him up, shall we?
Because
Eric Good.
I'm sure I've seen something else besides Tiger King.
Yeah, you would think. Okay, so he did. Oh, I don't. Okay, no, nothing.
Oh, so he really lucked out.
He did. Okay, in 2020, this sounds like it was. Oh no, it was around the same time Tiger King came out. So Eric Good has directed, and does he write these? Okay, so he wrote 4 episodes of Chimp Crazy and 2 episodes of Monsters of God. He was the producer and director for Tiger King, The Tiger King and I, Tiger King, The Doc Antle Story, Chimp Crazy, and Monsters of God.
Okay.
And of those, the highest rating on IMDb is Tiger King at a 7.5, then Chimp Crazy at a 7.3, then Monsters of God at a 7.2. So there we go. He's dedicated his life to the animal kingdom.
Good or bad? I'm not
better
sure.
or worse. We don't know.
And that's the thing. I know a documentary is not, it's supposed to be unbiased and you're supposed to make your own decision. But I also would like to know what side of history is Eric on with these animals?
I know.
Because at times it feels like he's right in there with them, excited about them bringing in Madagascar
and he has to have some ethos to be accepted into these communities.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And he does say, remember, I think it was in the beginning of this, he said, like, I was part of the problem.
Yeah.
So I think Eric could. What if we go to his house and he has a tiger, a chimp, and a boa constrictor? Just 3 things.
Feels like the beginning of a joke.
A chimp, a tiger, and a boa constrictor walk into a bar. All right, guys, that's been your Monsters of God for this week. Next week's the finale, and then I'm so stressed out about the September schedule. I have nothing set yet, so
we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. We'll have something good for you.
I'm sure there's some documentary that's going to blow everyone's mind coming out in September that will be scrambling to get out.
I hope so. I love it because Becca and I were trying to decide, like, should we do Love is Blind UK over on Little Miss Recap? And Becca's like, you're going to do it because what's going to happen is you won't do it. And then we'll be scrambling to do it last minute when everybody's talking about it. I'm like, you know me. Yeah. Okay. We're doing it. Yep.
We're doing it.
All right, guys. Becca, thank you.
Thank you. And thanks for listening to this one, guys. I know we went on a loop-de-loop ride, I feel like.
All right. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye, guys.